Craig did his favorite thing in the world, sanding, and took all of the paint that somebody put on here, looks like just for sale. Somebody tried to do a bunch of body work to it and hit a bunch of evils that we didn't see. I'm gonna go through and fix. So there's like this on the top of the.
No, this actually is the exit of the vent, the Venturi vent.
Yeah, we're gonna get the Venturi effect from there.
It goes here, and it keeps the car down when you're
racing. It's got a scoop in there, so it's acting like an internal wing.
Yes, exactly.
That's what it is. Yeah, no,
exactly
that's probably a fact.
What I love about this is there's even like just stuff. There's like stuck stuff.
Well, these are the same people who used cardboard to fix the other hole.
What is that? I don't even know what that is.
It's probably like Bondo, fiberglass Bondo.
They just like there's like whatever.
It's loose. It's nasty. But that's that. We knew about this little section here.
Yep.
There's another little section on that corner.
We've seen it before.
Yeah. So just in looking at some of the repairs on here, some of these are really old repairs. Like this is on the top of the passenger quarter, and you can see that this has been brazed in. This is like some old acetylene torch and coat hanger repairs going on. So yeah, interesting how old some of this damage is. But all of this is obviously newer, but some of this stuff's been here for a minute. Probably the 80s or 70s. That is the large schmutz of Bondo that was stuffed down into that hole. You can see that it's quite thick. That's not even Bondo. It's like, I think that's like spray foam that they used as a backer. Huh? No, I think it's spray foam actually looking at it. It looks like, yeah, it's that expanding foam. And they put that down here, which is really good for trapping water and making the parts underneath rust all to hell. So don't use spray foam. It's terrible. Next discovery is this wonderful fiberglass job they did here, where they took the rusty piece of metal and the factory staples and stuff that hold all this felt and stuff in, and they just bent it in, shoved it on into the rust hole, and then packed some of this wad of fiberglass in here. So this is like it's a giant goat head. What do they call it? A caltrip? Yeah. So it's like a road spike for a car. Big, gnarly, danger close mess in there. So we'll get all that taken out. I'll make a new piece of metal that fills all this. Yay. Okay, here we go. Some more cutting. One janky patch panel has gotten there. My flanger's not here, so I can't get that done. But this fits in there pretty well now. This will be butt welded up here. I'll finish my cut and butt when I do that. This edge and this edge will be flanged. I'll flange the original metal so that this goes down. This edge here I'll trim back and get it where I want to flange along this piece on the new metal, so it'll sit underneath, so I keep this factory edge intact without distorting it. Haven't really decided what I'll do along this edge here, which one I'm going to flange. I can do it either way. This will probably get butt welded, and then this will get a butt weld all the way along here. And we're thinking about going ahead and just eliminating these seams. A lot of guys do it. I'm documenting that it's not just rusty junk, which is why a lot of people do it, because they rust out or whatever. Yeah. But I like the smoother look. I think it gives these a cleaner look when they're not patch paneled, or they don't look like panels. They get more of a slick look. And same thing here. It'd be no different than the factory having left a seam there on the roof line. To me, I like getting rid of these, so we'll probably, once this is all, and it'll fit up there better. It's got a pretty big gap right now because it's not finished fitted, but probably weld this section up too, and do the same on the other side, and just slick this panel. A lot of guys do it on these Camaros, do it on Mustangs, lots of other cars. So this is roughly where that fits. This gets in there, fits really nice and flush there. They'll have a little bit of gap to weld in. Be perfect. And then we'll, like I said, trim all this last little bits up, and that should be that. Then we'll move on to this giant piece of funkiness So it'll probably get a bit more cut out than what's there, but I wanted to go slow. Got a couple little corner pieces that I've got to fix up right here. You can see there's some bronze down in there and some rust, so I'll probably need to make a little 90 piece and patch that in before I put this piece in. And same, big fat fingers there, same on the other corner, same kind of stuff going on, a little patch panel repair. So there's a couple of good lips that I didn't use along here off the big quarter panel, so I may just cheat and finish out some of the bends that are already on the pieces of metal that I have. That's why you save all your offcuts and stuff like this while you're doing it. It's probably going to use these offcuts here to finish out my little mini tub that I'm going to do in here, and we'll go from there.
Micro tub?
Micro tub. Yeah, it's not a mini tub because we're not going into the frame rail. Micro tub. Should get us, what we say, 10.5-ish inch tires.
Sure.
Should get in there, and that should be the minimum, I think, for the kind of horsepower it's going to get. So anyways, Craig's already dirty again, and he's tired.
Much more, yes.
He stayed till like 9 or 10 o'clock last night grinding and sanding on this thing. So while I was at a birthday party eating shrimp, my shrimps boils. It was delish. So anyways, there we go. It's looking good. This will sit down in there pretty nice, and yeah, when it's done, you never know it was there. Got the part of the sail panel tacked all the way in, the way around. I'm thinking about welding this part in and slicking this back panel. Thinking about maybe doing it along the bottom edge here on the quarter as well, where the rocker and the quarter meet up, and maybe anywhere back here on the back side as well. I just think it looks better, so we're kind of going custom car look on it anyways instead of factory. And I'm not really trying to hide anything since I'm showing everything on camera. So anyways, I just think it looks better. So we'll give that a shot. Still got a little bit of body work to do here, get rid of that dent. But yeah, we're at right now. I'll come back when we get it tacked up. When we start tacking this, I'll show what I was doing. This is cut and butt up here, and this is going to be flanged and some cut and butt. So I'll show you that when I do it. I've gone through and welded this thing up pretty well. I'm going to go back and just touch up a few spots that I missed, but you can see just gotta grind it down and clean it up now, and we'll be moving on to the next bit.